everybody. Hello. Thanks so much for joining today for the March 21 Community Sing. It is the spring equinox. It is Irish American Heritage Month, and it is Women's History Month. And we have some amazing folks here today. Let's first say hello to everybody out there on the live stream. Thanks so much for joining us today. This is the Carpe Diem Arts Monthly Community Sing. So a huge shout out to Carpe Diem for sponsoring this and keeping it going. And I'm Jo Rossi. I am co-directing the Sings with Jaden Brick, who's also here with us today, helping out with tech and all the rest of it. And we're so happy to see so many of you jumping in the room. We're going to say a general hello to everybody out there. I see we've got folks from Florida and Idaho and Ohio and Rhode Island and Vermont and more, Orcas Island and places I definitely don't know folks from. So hi to all of you. And we're going to do today's Community Sing in sort of a round robin style. We're going to start off with the fabulous Kathy B, and we're just going to see where it goes. So Kathy B, actually, no, I'm going to introduce Jaden. That's what I'm going to do. Jaden, do you want to come to the floor, say hi to everybody, and you can introduce Kathy. Thanks, everybody, for being here.
Thanks, Jo. I'm Jaden. I work with Jo on the Daily Antidote of Song and at Carpe Diem Arts. It's really wonderful to see all your faces. And I'm so excited to introduce the remarkable Dr. Kathy Bullock. She is a scholar. She's a singer. She does so much amazing work. She's a professor of music at Berea College in Berea, Kentucky, and she specializes in gospel music, spirituals, and classical works by composers from the African diaspora. And not only all of that, she's also a beloved member of our Daily Antidote of Song community, and we're really lucky and pleased to have her here tonight. Welcome, Dr. Kathy.
Thank you, Jaden. I didn't even pay you for that. Wasn't that great? Oh my God. So good to see you. So good to see all of you today. And I'm just happy to be here. I'm in the great company. Not only all of you in Zoom, but the great Dawn Pemberton and Brendan Taaffe. Oh, does it get much better? I don't know. So anyway, the first song I want to do, I thought what I'd do is share some quotes from Black women suffragists in honor of Women's History Month. And I've been doing some research about them. So I had some quotes as I share some of the songs. So the first song that's just been going around in my head is the song is How Can I Keep From Singing? Oh, it's an old song. So many people have sung it in so many ways. But I wanted to share before that an excerpt of a poem by Frances Ellen Watkins. And should be in the chat so you can follow along with me. She is back in 1825 to 1911. This Black woman was super fabulous, a poet, an activist, fiery. Everybody was reading her stuff back in the 19th century. And she said, this part of the poem says, let me make the songs for the people, songs for the old and young, songs to stir like a battle cry wherever they are sung. Let me make songs for the weary amid life's fever and fret, till hearts shall relax their tension and careworn brows forget. Our world, so worn and weary, needs music, pure and strong, to hush the jangle and discords of sorrow, pain, and wrong. Music to soothe all its sorrow, till war and crime shall cease, and the hearts of men grow tender. Girdle the world with peace. How about that? To say, how can I keep from singing? So I want y'all to join me in this song. I'm going to do the first verse twice so you can follow along with me. I should put in this key. Goes like this. My life flows on in English song above earth's lamentation. Okay, just that much. Sing it with me. My life flows on in endless song above earth's lamentations. The next part goes, I hear the real though far off hymn that hails the new creation. Try that. I hear the real though far off hymn that hails the new creation. Next one. Above the tumult and the strife, I hear the music ringing. It sounds an echo in my soul. How can I keep from singing? Oh, I get all of you, but I'm saying, y'all. Oh, okay, wait a minute. I had a moment. Okay. I didn't practice that part. We're just going to do the entire verse and then 2 more verses, and then I'll be done. Here from the beginning. Here we go. Y'all ready? My life flows on in endless song above earth's lamentation. I hear the real though far off hymn that hails the new creation. Above the tumult and the strife, I hear the music ringing. It sounds an echo in my soul. How can I keep from singing? Let's go to the next verse. What through the tempest loudly roar, I hear the truth, it liveth. What through the darkness round me close, songs in the night weed it giveth. No storm can shake my inmost calm, while to the rock I'm clinging. Since love is Lord of heaven and earth, how can I keep from singing? Verse 3, which was added a little bit later, and Seeger used this part. When tyrants tremble sick with fear, and hear the death knell ringing, when friends rejoice both far and near, how can I keep from singing? In prison cell and dungeon vile, our thoughts to thee are ringing. When friends by shame are defiled, how can I keep from singing? How can I keep from singing? How can I keep from singing? Yes, and yes, and yes. Woo! How can I keep from singing? I wake up thinking that. I mean, how can you not sing? That's what it's all about with the Daily Antidote of Song. Whew. Okay, I just did a huff for me. Now I get to introduce, I'm passing the baton on to the great Dawn Pemberton. I just met her, was it last year, Dawn? Feels like eons ago. I saw this little, powerful, wonderful woman, and I was at the camp. It was, what you call them?
Song Roots.
Yes, thank you. And I said, who are you? And she opened her mouth, girl, and it was... So, she's been singing forever. She's originally from Vancouver. She has lots of recordings. She's been doing lots of phenomenal things. I didn't get to write them all down, but she opens her mouth and you know, like, wow, this woman is phenomenal. So, give it up for Dawn Pemberton.
Hello, everyone. I am in Vancouver, British Columbia, on the unceded and ancestral lands of the Musqueam, Tsleil-Waututh, and Squamish peoples. I'm so happy to be with you in this space, this magical space, this gorgeous community. I want to share a song that I think is just kind of a beautiful song for gathering, and it's inviting us to come into this space, this safe space, this hallowed space with lots of peace and gratitude in our hearts. And the words are really easy. This is "Come in Peace." And the words are: come in peace, come in love, come in grace from above, come in light, let it shine, come in spirit divine. And I think it just speaks to all the beautiful things that we want to create by being in community together. So, of course, it has lots of parts, but I'll start with the melody, and then you just get in where you fit in, okay? All right. more time. Come in peace, come in peace, come in love, come in grace from above. Come in light, let it shine, 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 shine. Come in spirit, come in spirit, come in spirit divine. Hallelujah. All right. Thank you, friends. Blessings to you. It is my extreme pleasure to pass the baton on to a dear friend. I first met the fantastic Brendan Taaffe on a really cool trip, and a sort of a singing trip, learning trip in Cuba. And it was delightful. You know, when you meet someone and you're like, that person, they cool. That's my family right there. So it's my pleasure to introduce the incredible singer, songwriter, choral director, multi-instrumentalist, mbira player, Brendan Taaffe.
Hey everybody, thanks Dawn, that was so beautiful. Let's see. This community sing is celebrating Women's History Month and Irish American Month. You might have already surmised I'm here repping the Irish American side of that. And we were supposed to be joined by Moira Smiley as well, but Moira has COVID, so she can't be here with us tonight. I kind of had to think hard a little bit about what Irish songs to bring, because Irish music is actually not primarily a sing-along tradition, or at least the kind of deeper part of the tradition that I've spent time with. Like, the way it works is you're at a pub and people are like playing away at the jigs and reels, and then and that's a group thing, and then all of a sudden there'll be like this hush that goes around the pub, and people, cunis, which is the Irish word for quiet, and the whole pub will hush, and then one person will sing a ballad on their own, and that's the kind of core of the tradition. But there are some songs that have refrains, and usually those refrains are just some vocables, which is to say sounds that don't actually carry an attached meaning. And so like to relu relu relay, which is what we're going to start off with. So I'm going to sing a song called Mrs. McGraw, which a lot of, I'm sure, people have heard before. And McGraw is actually spelled M-C-G-R-T-H. So you might have come across this song here as Mrs. McGrath, but that's not actually the way to say it. That those letters in Ireland end up as McGraw, so I'm going to sing it that way. And I'm Irish American. My father came over when he was in his 20s to this country, and I was raised here, but with lots of family in Ireland, and have gone back and forth my whole life. And this song that I'm going to sing, it really makes me think of my Irish aunties, who are this like Irish aunties are a powerful force, and you should count yourself lucky if you have some. I have 4, and I just wanted to tell you a few little stories about them to kind of frame the fierceness that I think you're going to hear in this song. And my Auntie Jean was probably the fiercest of the lot. She was the oldest of the family, and she so she would have been born in, I think, 39. and like most Irish women at the time, she didn't finish high school because she needed to be at home taking care of all her younger siblings. And then she got married at probably 18 or 19, and raised a family. And and at the time, she told me once, when she would go to confession, this was like generally the case. You would go to confession, and the priest would ask if you were practicing a Christian marriage, which translation means, are you using the rhythm method in order to get pregnant as much as possible, is what a Christian marriage meant in Ireland in the 50s. Thankfully, we've progressed. But so that was her early life, but she really had always wanted to go to school. And so she, after her kids were raised, she went back to school, and she got her bachelor's degree from UCD, University College Dublin, at like 66, I think, in literature. And that was like kind of that was her love of letters, but her fierceness that I wanted to talk about. One time she had come home from holiday, and she and my Uncle Billy were walking up to the pub, and this fellow jumped out from behind a car to grab her purse, which was a brand new purse that she had bought on holiday, and she was quite fond of it. So he grabbed her purse, and she grabbed both sides of his head and just shook until he got so scared that he ran away. And then the police, who we would call the Gardaí, came to take their report on the incident, and they asked her to describe him. And she looked at the policeman and said, "You idiot, he's the one with the 2 huge bald spots on either side of his head." So that was my Auntie Jean. And this is Mrs. McGraw. So, sorry, the way it works is I'll sing a bunch of things, and at the end of each verse is, "With me to Raya, falder-riddle-da, to Raya. So let's practice that. To Raya. With me to Raya, falder-riddle-da, to Raya. Oh, Mrs. McGraw, the sergeant said, would you like to make a soldier out of your son, Ted? With a scarlet coat and a big cocked hat. Now, Mrs. McGraw, wouldn't you like that? With me to Raya, falder-riddle-da, to Raya. Now, Mrs. McGraw lived by the seashore for the space of 7 long years or more. When she saw a big ship sailing into the bay, now here's my son Ted, won't you clear the way? With me to Raya, falder-riddle-da, to Raya. Oh, Captain, Captain, where have you been? Have you been sailing on the Mediterranean? Have you any tidings of my son Ted? Is the poor boy living, or is he dead? With me to Raya, falder-riddle-da, to Raya. Then up stepped Teddy without any legs. In their place he had 2 wooden pegs. She kissed him a dozen times or 2, saying, glory be to Moses, sure it couldn't be you. With me to Raya, falder-riddle-da, to Raya. Oh, were you drunk, or were you blind, when you left your 2 fine legs behind? Or was it while walking by the sea, a big fish ate your legs from the knees away? With me to Raya, falder-riddle-da, to Raya. Oh, I wasn't drunk, and I wasn't blind, when I left my 2 fine legs behind. 'Twas a big cannonball on the 5th of May, took my 2 fine legs from the knees away. With me to Raya, falder-riddle-da, to Raya. Oh, Teddy dear, the widow cried, them 2 fine legs were your mammy's pride. Them stumps of a tree wouldn't do at all. Why didn't you run from the big cannonball? With me to Raya, falder-riddle-da, to Raya. All foreign wars I do proclaim, between Don John and the King of Spain. By heavens, I'll make them rue the time they swept the legs off a child of mine. With me to-ra-ya, fall-da-riddle-da, to-ra-hoo-ra-hoo-ra-ya. Oh, if I had you back again, I'd never let you go to fight the King of Spain. For I'd rather my Ted as he used to be than the King of France and his whole navy. With me to-ra-ya, fall-da-riddle-da, to-ra-hoo-ra-hoo-ra-ya. Oh, with me to-ra-ya, fall-da-riddle-da, to-ra-hoo-ra-hoo-ra-ya. Thank you. And back to the incredible Kathy Bullock in her fabulous red shirt.
Thank you, Brendan. Oh, to right. I could be singing that all around. There's so many wonderful stories that go on. Now, where did you learn that one, Brendan?
Like a lot of these songs I've just known since I was a kid.
Okay.
I think that particular version, some of the particular lines in that are from Sean Doyle, who is a Dublin singer whose son John is quite more famous than he is.
Okay. I
Yeah.
was just curious if you would grow up hearing those kind of
Yeah.
songs. That's pretty. You know, your auntie sounds like one of my sisters because
Yeah.
she was going to get some gas and it was not a good day. And she was rushing, and this is in DC during a time when there was carjacking. And so while she was in the car, all of a sudden somebody came up to her car like they were trying to pull open the door. She says, "What?" and grabbed the person, threw them out, and she turned the car, almost tried to run them over. Fortunately, she did not run them over, but they ran. They ran. Anyway, you know, you do what you must do.
Absolutely.
Folks, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to take us to Carole King in the 70s. I had a book of Carole King songs on Tapestry, and I just loved them. I used to play them all the time. So I thought about this one, again, in honoring Women's History Month, the song You've Got a Friend. She did it, then Aretha Franklin did a version of it that I grew up singing, but we'll look at Carole King's just initially. And before that, the one quote I would share is by Bell Hooks, a fabulous, actually internationally known author, critic, thinker, writer, Black feminist, just all kinds of stuff. And the simple thing she says is to love well is the task in all meaningful relationships. Not just the romantic ones, but to love well. And I think about the song You've Got a Friend that says loving well. Okay, so I'm going to do the chorus, and you sing it with me, and then we'll go and do the verses. I'll do a little bit of... I just figure everybody knows Carole King's song, but I can't be sure. Okay, so it goes, you just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Okay, let's do that one, everybody. You just call out my name. That's the chorus part. Starts with the verse, but I want us to do that. Here we go. You just call out my name, and you know, wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again, Okay, the next part goes. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call. Sing that, everybody. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call. Next part. And I'll be there, yes I will. You've got a friend. And I'll be there, everybody. And I'll be there, yes I will. You got a friend. Okay, I think we're ready to sing the song. We've been ready. I see folks singing. Here we go. At the beginning. When you're down and trouble, and you need some loving care, and nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. Here comes the verse. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you've got to do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. You've got a friend. Ooh, I see you jamming. Let's go to the second verse. If the sky above you grows dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind begins to blow, keep your head together and call my name out loud. Soon you'll hear me knocking at your door. Here we go, chorus. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running, running. Yes, I will, down Indiana, to see you again. Oh, winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you got to do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. Now this goes to another part. Now ain't it good to know that you've got a friend? When people can be so cold, they'll hurt you and desert you and take your soul if you let them, but don't let them. What do? You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running. Yes, yes, I will, to see you again, to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you got to do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. You've got a friend. Yeah, repeat with me. You got a friend. Ain't it good to know you got a friend? Yeah. Oh, ain't it good to know you got a friend? Yeah. Oh, you've got a friend. Yeah. You got a friend. Yeah, yeah. You got a friend. Yeah. You got a friend. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. That's how you do it, Miss Kathy B.
I saw you jamming, Dawn.
I was jamming hard. I was feeling that one. That was great.
Did you grow up hearing that song, or are you too young?
Thank you. I did grow up hearing that song, and yeah, I love it. It's like no matter who does it,
Yes.
Carol, James, Aretha, or Donnie, I love all the
Yes.
versions. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Fun fact: this summer in Vancouver, I'm gonna be in the Carole King musical called Beautiful.
What?
Yeah, in Vancouver. Yeah, I get to play one of the Shirelles. I'm excited, but I'm excited to kind of like dig into more of her music, and
Yeah, somebody wrote, one of our viewers wrote that her autobiography is really great. I don't think I've read it.
I haven't read it, but I gotta do some some
Got you
research.
some work. So
Yeah.
it's a musical about her life.
Yeah, and it's kind of like set in the Brill building, and there's, all the other writers are kind of in there, and they have the Shirelles kind of have sung a lot of her music, so they play a big part in the show and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm excited. Vancouver, British Columbia.
All right.
Yeah. So come on up.
You gotta
You can stay in my 1-bedroom apartment.
Road
this,
trip.
this summer. Be careful what I wish for. No, I'm just kidding. All right, y'all. So since this is Women's History Month, I would be negligent if I didn't honor one of the most amazing mentors in my life. And I'm sure you've heard of her. Her name is Linda Tillery, and she sings with the Cultural Heritage Choir based in Oakland. And and many years ago, I got to study with her and tour with her, and she really gave me a lot of learning about life and music. And so I want to do a song that she taught me, and it's a song that I think was written by like 11 people. It's one of those songs that everyone had a little piece in it. But Simon and Garfunkel, I believe they did it and made it popular. But this is called Wo Ya Ya, and the words are: we are going, heaven knows how we are going, but we know within that we'll get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. It will be hard, we know, and the road will be muddy and rough, but we'll get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. And I feel like the last couple of years has been a very humbling, and it's been an invitation to rise above for all of us. And I think this song was one song that I kept singing to myself, just to kind of like, whew, keep going, don't give up, don't give up. So the first little bit of this song sounds like this. I'll break it down. We are going, heaven knows how we are going, but we know within that we will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. Let's do that again. We are going, heaven knows how we are going, but we know within that we will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. So that's the first little chunk. And then there's a little B section that I think it reminds me of, like, your heart is just cracking open, and you have to sing it like you're 5 years old, okay? With lots of abandon and extra heart. So it sounds like this. It will be hard, we know, and the road will be muddy and rough, but we'll get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. Let's do that part again. It will be hard, we know, and the road will be muddy and rough, but we'll get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. So that's the main A section. There's a little breakdown that's coming, but I'll teach you that in a second. But let's just rap on this one for a second. Here we go. We are going, heaven knows how we are going, but we know within that we will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. It will be hard, we know, and the road will be muddy and rough, but we'll get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know know we will. We are going, heaven knows how we are going, but we know within that we will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. It will be hard, we know, and the road will be muddy and rough, but we'll get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. That's the main part. Now, there's this gorgeous section that has 4 awesome parts, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you all the parts, and then I'm just going to cycle through them so that you can have the pleasure and the joy of singing in harmony with someone if you're not, if you don't have someone else in the room. But if you have someone else in the room, like Dawn and Leanna, you two can take separate parts. And maybe Ollie might join you on this one, Dory. What do you think? Okay, here we go. So this next part sounds like this. So the first part is for those of you who like to sing a little lower. And so it's like a 4-bar phrase. So we're going to sing, whoa, yeah, yeah, whoa, yeah, yeah, whoa, yeah, yeah. And then, whoa, yeah, yeah, whoa, yeah, yeah, whoa, yeah, yeah, whoa, yeah, yeah, whoa, yeah, yeah. So that's the first part. Then the next part is for tenors or folks who like to sing loud and proud. And it's all on one note, but you got to pretend that you're like stretching something, really like a band. You're expanding. And it sounds like this. We are going. We are going. And just real expansive, okay? And then the main part sounds like this. Going, going, going. We are going, 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 going. We are going, 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 going. We are going, 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 going. We are going. So that's the main part. And then above that, for those of you who want to just like let it rip, like Miss Kathy, you have to sing up here. So it's a third above, and you sing going, going, going. We are going, 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 going. We are going, 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 going. We are going, 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 going. We are going. So that's that part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the first one and just kind of cycle through, and you choose whichever one speaks to you, or you can just keep on the same one, or you can follow what I'm doing. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. Whoa, yeah, yeah. 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 We are going. We are going. Going, going, going. We are going, 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 going going, 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 going. We are going. Oh yeah, yeah. 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 We are going. We are going. Going, 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 we are going, 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 we are going. Oh yeah, yeah. 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 Oh yeah. Last time. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. And we know we will. Yeah, beautiful. I could feel you singing. That was great. All right, BT, my love, pass the baton to you.
Thank you, dear. I have received the baton, virtually speaking. I think I'm gonna do. This is definitely a song I have known my entire life. So, like I said, my dad came over from Dublin in his. I think he was 21 when he landed here, which would have been in the 60s sometime. And like, this is classic. He became way more Irish when he was here than he had needed to be at home. He had a green car, green walls. He like went all in. He wanted people to know. He also had bright red hair and sounded like a leprechaun. So like it wasn't a stretch for people to know, but he even made it more clear. And then we weren't growing up. We were only allowed to listen to Irish music, Pete Seeger and Mozart, and Irish music most of all. So this is a song that he loved. It's from the Clancy brothers. Like, remember them? They would get like all done up in their Aaron jumpers, and it, which is kind of a bit of a funny thing. But so I've known this forever. The lyrics needed a bit of an update, so I've updated them. If you know the song, you'll notice that something's a little different. And I actually I wrote out the chorus, and I'm just gonna type it into the chat there. So, ah-dee-doo, ah-dee-doo, da-day, ah-dee-doo, ah-dee-day-dee. He whistled and he sang till the green woods rang, and he won the heart of a lady. And when you see it written out, you know why we resist writing it out, because it looks so ridiculous, all those ah-dee-doo-da-days. But I imagine a lot of you know this song. Let's just sing another chorus. Ah-dee-doo, ah-dee-doo, da-day, ah-dee-doo, ah-dee-day-dee. He whistled and he sang till the green woods rang, and he won the heart of a lady. The rambling rover come over the hill, down to the valley so shady. He whistled and he sang till the green woods rang, and he won the heart of a lady. Ah-dee-doo, ah-dee-doo, da-day, ah-dee-doo, ah-dee-day-dee. He whistled and he sang till the green woods rang, and he won the heart of a lady. She left her home and her castle gate. She left her own fond lover. She left her servants and her estate to follow that rambling rover. Ah-dee-doo, ah-dee-doo, da-day. Ah-dee-doo, ah-dee-day-dee. He whistled and he sang till the greenwoods rang, and he won the heart of a lady. Father saddled up his fastest steed, roamed the valleys all over. He sought his daughter at great speed, and that whistling, rambling rover. Ah-dee-doo, ah-dee-doo, da-day. Ah-dee-doo, ah-dee-day-dee. He whistled and he sang till the greenwoods rang, and he won the heart of a lady. What happens next? He came at last to a mansion fine, down by the river Clady. There was music and there was wine for the rambler and his lady. Ah-dee-doo, ah-dee-doo, ah-day. Ah-dee-doo, ah-dee-day-dee. He whistled and he sang till the greenwoods rang, and he won the heart of a lady. He is no rambler, my father, she said, but Lord, these lands all over, and I will stay till my dying day with my whistling, rambling rover. Ah-dee-doo, ah-dee-doo, da-day. Ah-dee-doo, ah-dee-day-dee. He whistled and he sang till the greenwoods rang, and he won the heart of a lady. One more. Ah-dee-doo, ah-dee-doo, da-day. Ah-dee-doo, ah-dee-day-dee. He whistled and he sang till the greenwoods rang, and he won the heart of a lady. Thank you.
Yes, that was such fun. Did you see all of us rocking with you?
Yeah, well, no, because I close my eyes when I sing, but I could feel it.
Well, trust me, Brenda. We were all with you then. Oh, that is so
Good.
great. I'm just enjoying this so much. I hope y'all are enjoying it half as much as I am. I want to sing a really short song so that gives time for my two friends to also to share one more with us before we have to go. This one has to do with light. So it quotes from two black women suffragists. Maria Stewart, from 1803, she was born, and a teacher, and the first woman to ever speak in public to a mixed group of men and women, because women didn't do that back in the day, black or white. Maria Stewart was the first one in 1803 born. Okay, she said, be content to stand in the light and let the shadow fall where it will. Then we get Ella Baker 100 years later, who was part of the SNCC, Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, and really a fighter and a teacher and foster of the vote for at that time. She said, give light and the people will find the way. Then you go almost 100 years later to Amanda Gorman, our young poet laureate. And she said, for there's always light, if only we are brave enough to see it, if only we're brave enough to be it. They're all bad. That's over a 300-year span almost. But the power is about light. And this is India.Arie song, a little bit of that, and just says, it says, I am light, I am light. Sing it with me. I am light, I am light. Two more times. I am light, I am light. One more time. I am light, I am light. The verse goes, I am not the mistakes that I have made, or any of the things that cause me pain. I am not the pieces of the dream I left behind, as I am alive. And then I'm gonna go, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Join me, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, oh, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, everywhere I go, woo, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, oh, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. 'Cause I am light, I am light, I am light, I am light. Be the light, y'all. It's 7:25. We're gonna sing. Y'all gonna sing?
Yeah, Brendan's gonna take it next.
Okay.
Yeah, quick little program shift, because I think this is not the song we want to end the whole evening on.
Okay.
It's Irish after all, so it's not going to be nearly as uplifting as what either Kathy or Don will offer. I promise you, we are a maudlin people. This is so the other two songs I've known my whole life. This song is more recent, and this is a more like the Clancy brothers were sculpting for the American stage. This is a deeper traditional song called "On Yonder Hill." I learned it from my friend Phil Callery, who's an amazing singer. He sang with a group called the Voice Squad, which, if you haven't heard, just exquisitely harmonized Irish ballads, 3 male voices. And I learned this from Phil standing in his kitchen. Phil passed away last year, so I want to send this out to Phil. This also has a little refrain. I'll just sing a verse so you get the sense of how this goes. On yonder hill there sits a hare, full of worry, grief, and care. Nor her lodgings it was bare, singing ho, brave boys, hi ho. Nor her lodgings it was bare, singing ho, brave boys, hi ho. So every verse has this pattern, 3 lines, and then sing ho, brave boys, hi ho. And then you repeat the 3rd line, and then you do sing ho, brave boys, hi ho. And so I'll start from the beginning, and now you have this advance. You're already on the track. So that line is, and o'er her lodgings it was bare. And this one, the 2nd verse will probably be hard to catch on the fly, but will be, and o'er the bogs hallooed his dogs, like said hello to his dogs, called the dogs. We'll start from the top. On yonder hill there sits a hare, full of sorrow, grief, and care. And o'er her lodgings it was bare, singing ho, brave boys, hi ho. And o'er her lodgings it was bare, singing ho, brave boys, hi ho. There came a huntsman riding high. On this poor hare he cast an eye, and o'er the bogs elude his dogs, singing, "Ho, brave boys, hi ho!" And o'er the bogs elude his dogs, singing, "Ho, brave boys, hi ho!" And now she's run from hill to hill, all for the best dog to try his skill, and kill the poor hare that never done ill, singing, "Ho, brave boys, hi ho!" Kill the poor hare that never done ill, singing, "Ho, brave boys, hi ho!" And now she's turned and turned again, merrily as she trips o'er the plain. May she live to run again, singing, "Ho, brave boys, hi ho!" May she live to run again, singing, "Ho, brave boys, hi ho!" There you go. The hare survived.
Wow.
That's as happy as you get.
That was beautiful. Thanks, Brendan.
Thank you. And now the incredible Dawn Pemberton will close us out. I have to say, if you have not yet had a chance to listen to some of Dawn's recordings and want some amazing like neo soul R&B in your life, which you need in your life, so don't even question it.
We always need that.
You need to
Absolutely.
check out Dawn's amazing recordings. It will make you happy.
Absolutely.
you.
And I
Thank
think,
you,
Brendan, you
Brandon.
also have a new recording out, right?
I do. If you want some like melancholic, vibey gourd banjo in your life,
Always.
then you could check out my new recording. Yeah.
You kidding
Fabulous.
me? That's amazing. I would like to thank Joe Rassi and Jaden and all of you for being here and just shedding your light. I love looking at the screen and just seeing all of your amazing faces. Kathy, you inspired me with all of your quotes. One of my favorite quotes um, is by Wayne Shorter, who passed recently, and he says that your humanity is your instrument. And I have that. That's on my piano, and I look at that every day as a reminder to play my instrument and um, let my humanity shine through. So I don't know, Joe, did you want to say anything? Because I thought we'd just end with "go in peace," because we came in peace, and we'll just go in peace.
Beautiful. Thank you, Dawn. So I'll just throw out a couple of quick things. One is we want to thank, of course, the Montgomery County Arts and Humanities Council, and we want to thank the Maryland State Arts Council for making it possible for us to all be here today. Thank Carpe Diem Arts, of course, thanking Brendan and Kathy and Dawn, and we'll give them another big hand at the end. Also wanted to let you know that we're going to stay after today for some social time. So anyone who wants to stick around, we'll do some unmuting and invite folks to step up and say a little something. So thank you so much, Dawn and Brendan and Kathy. This has been incredible. And Dawn, I can't wait to close out with your song. Thank you.
Awesome. All right. It's a song that we already know. Amazing. So it's "come in peace," but instead of singing "come," we're gonna sing "go in peace." Okay. So again, get in where you fit in. Go in peace. Go in love. Go peace. Go in love. Go in grace from above. Go in light. Let it shine, 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 shine. Go in spirit, go in spirit, go in spirit, divine, yeah. Oh, yes, whoop, whoop, whoop. Yes, thank you, Don, phenomenal. Thank you, Brendan, phenomenal. I'll add my thanks to Joe and Jaden and everybody who's here to join us today.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much. Okay, Kathy Bullock, Brendan Taaffe, and Dawn Pemberton. I'm not going to say we didn't notice Moira Smiley wasn't with us today, but you guys like completely brought so much beautiful energy and amazingness. And Moira, we miss you. We hope you're healing out there
Yes.
and get back on your feet soon. Lots of love. Tonight we were singing for you the whole time. Okay, everybody give it up for Dawn Pemberton, Brendan Taaffe, Kathy Bullock. You guys are all amazing. We love singing with you here, there, and everywhere. So thanks again for being here today. We want to say goodbye to everybody out there on the live stream. Thanks for joining us today. For anybody who's out there on the live stream, if you want to join us in here for some social time, please just go to the Carpe Diem Arts website and you can find the link there for joining us in here. And also a quick reminder that we have a live stream on March 23 as part of one of our concert series, our house concert series. It is Cecilia Fernborg, and please join us on March 23 if you're able. And we can't wait to see you next month on the 21st. We're here every month on the 21st doing a community sing. And please, of course, join us every day in the Daily Antidote of Song, noon Eastern. We're there every day, so you know where to find us. And Kathy and Brendan and Dawn are also beautiful Daily Antidote of Song regular contributors, and we're so lucky for your presence. Thanks again, guys.
Thank you.
Bye again, Facebook Live.
Bye.